My next guest will also be at the event. The issue has affected her personally. Her son was killed by an illegal immigrant. Her son was a police officer. Ann Mendoza is with me now. Ann, welcome back to Risk and Reward. Very happy to have you here. We know that being personally affected with the tragedy of losing your son, you have a different perspective, a different angle on what you think Donald Trump should say tonight. What do you most want to hear?
I know that he's going to stand firm in his beliefs that we need a secure border, and he has said over and over and over that we do have laws in this land that deal with illegal immigration. Every aspect of it that he's discussed has laws in the United States to cover it. Unfortunately, the last 8 years, those laws have been ignored, and we have an administration that tells our Border Patrol and ICE and Homeland Security to stand down. We have federal judges who are ignoring the pleas from Department of Homeland Security to deport illegal criminals. I think it's almost 194,000 times they have denied Homeland Security to deport them. So I don't believe any of the statistics that they have out. I know that deportation's at its lowest in 10 years, but even how they say that the criminal element being deported is the highest it's been, I don't believe those numbers. I know for a fact here in Phoenix that ICE officials drive up the street from Sheriff Joe's jail with a van load of people to be deported and open the van doors and let them back out onto the streets of Phoenix.
Ann, to your point, and I'm just looking at the quote here from Democrat Congressman from Illinois, Gutierrez, on the House floor, calling President Obama deporter-in-chief, and I'm quoting him directly, because of the high number of deportations apparently under his administration. But you're saying those are part of the figures that you just don't believe because that's not what you see with your own eyes.
Correct.
Okay.
And Senator Gutierrez, I've met him personally. I was in a Senate hearing, a congressional hearing, and you know, that man is obviously for illegals, and I have nothing nice to say about that.
That is just fine. That is just fine, because I know that despite this very personal tragedy, we've spoken before. I have 2 children. My heart goes out to you. I think to lose a child is the worst event that can happen to any parent. And I know that you're honoring your son's memory by working on these political issues and trying to move the needle for other families and people feeling safe and secure. One thing that you said that just stands out, because I think it's so clear, is that the laws that are written are good and should be followed. The problem is enforcement, if I'm hearing you correctly.
That is absolutely 100% correct. The last 8 years, there have been no enforcement of those laws the way that they're written for this country, and Donald Trump plans to follow the law.
What do you expect to hear, Ann, tonight that you think will help bring a community together?
He is going to reassure Americans that he is standing firm in his illegal immigration stance. And I believe a lot of these polls, too, that talk about, you know, Hillary has 80% of the Latino support. I know that Brandon's father's family supports me 100%. I know that there's a lot of people who are afraid to publicly state that they support Donald Trump. But I would urge Hispanics to listen to the message, Hispanic Americans to listen to his message, because these illegals are really bringing a bad light to Hispanics worldwide. And if you care about your country and you care about the people who support you as a Hispanic community here in the United States, you need somebody who's going to make you safe also.
Ann, I thank you as always and continue to admire your courage. Ann Mendoza.
Thank you.